There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright. Fernando. I had better quit singing that or I'm going to get demonetized. Oh, wait, YouTube still hasn't monetized me. So it looks like it's just me for now. Hopefully you'll be joining soon. We're going to be talking about red carpet. Hey, Salty. Hi, Holly. How you doing? Looks like you are the first in chat. Hey, Salty, here to watch the fun. Ah, awesome. Well, Holly, it may just be you and me, but that's okay. They were coming out for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. There's a whole joke about that. That's an inside joke, but yeah. Patrick Murphy has this song pre-recorded in my head and actually sent me an ABBA CD. He's the funniest thing ever. So much appreciation to Patrick Murphy. Thank you for putting the songworm back in my head just when I got it out. Kristen, hello, gorgeous. How are you? Hello to the middle of Missouri. Hopefully it was sunshiny there too. It's supposed to be good weather. And I love my tiny dancer. Hello. Happy hour hollers! Yay, Janet and Bryn, or Brunette as we call them. Brunette, hello. It's good to see you, my loves. I hope things are going great in North Carolina where you are. And I hope that everything is perfect and the weather is perfect and life is very, very good. I hope February is treating you great. Mitka, that's my Ronnie, guys. You're not allowed to call her Ronnie. I do. But yeah, that's my baby girl. That is my glam baby. Ronnie's birthday, by the way, if you didn't know, don't forget next Thursday to send her a nice birthday wish on Instagram or maybe send a birthday comment to her comment section on YouTube. It is her birthday and she is turning 29. And that is my story and I will stick to that. Sniffly and sneezy, but otherwise fine. Me too. I've had like a sore throat on one side for like a week. And it's just one of those things. I'm going to see the doctor tomorrow. I'm like, okay, it's been a week. I should probably go. But you know how you get busy before like that sort of stuff happens. So anyway, if anybody's watching this, by the way, you may, if you're watching this in the future, hi, future people, you may want to go ahead and skip ahead to about 3 minutes from now at 7:05 p.m. So about 5 minutes in, that is when we are going to get started. And in the meantime, I'm going to say hello to my beautiful Danny B. Oh my goodness. I love her so much. That is my Danny B. She's a good Southern lady, honey. Yes. Landshark Picker. Hi, Glenn. How you doing? Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Not watching? Okay. That's your story, and we will back you up on that. Okay, I'm popping my headphones in and getting my sales ready for listing. Good. I'm glad that you're listing while you're working or shipping. She tired, honey. Yes, it is kind of that day. It is kind of that tired day. You know, Thursdays sometimes can get a little stretched out. And Danny B says, "Happy birthday, Veronica." Yeah, Glenn, you know what I'm talking about. He's not really paying attention. But if you are just playing me in the background, I appreciate you. I could definitely use the watch hours, and I love it. I love you too. You are the best. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? It's kind of that tired year. Yeah. Watching and driving. Oh my goodness. Okay, Glenn, just keep your eyes on the road, honey. Just listen, okay? Keep your eyes on the road. I'm not going to do anything freaky on camera, except for maybe that one little thing. And I'll show you guys what it is. Tomorrow is Friday. Amen. Finally, Grandpa's off work. He's been working some doubles this week, so he's been really tired and exhausted. But we had a fantastic weekend last weekend. We had so much fun, and we went out to like lunch, and we just, we were just out and about all weekend long. Really had a lot of fun. And he said and I'm taking off my glasses for a reason. He said the dumbest thing a man could ever say to me on Valentine's Day. He said, "Well, I feel really bad because I didn't get you anything," and I said, "Hang tight, I'll be right back." So 5 minutes later, I came back in and I was like, "Guess what I ordered?" These are the original. Okay, they're not the ones that she actually wore, so they don't have her DNA, unfortunately. But these are the Jackie O oval Chanel sunglasses, and I have wanted those for a very long time. And I thought, well, since you forgot me on Valentine's Day, let's go ahead and make that happen because that's going to cost you anyway. So yeah, I got those for such a good, and I usually don't buy a designer item unless I know I can flip it for at least twice as much. Those I got such a good deal on. I can actually flip it for 3 or 4 times as much as I paid for it. So I'm all about investing. Yeah. Thank you. I love them so much. I've wanted some for so long, and I mean, it's inexpensive, sunglasses. It's not like $1,000 or anything. It's not that expensive, but they're a good investment for me, and especially for the price that I got them at on the Real. I checked out the clearance section, and sure enough, gotta love clearance, as my buddy Johnny says. Cheryl Bajanjam popping in to say hi, Glamour, and all in the chat. Hello, Cheryl. It is wonderful to see your beautiful face. She did such a service for this country. She really has served her country so honorably, and I'm so proud to have a beautiful warrior princess like Cheryl as my buddy on YouTube. It's an honor that you're ever in my chat, honey. I appreciate you so much. There is Lisette with the gorgeous hair. She has the hair that all of us with curly hair want to have and seldom ever really do. She's just beautiful, just beautiful. So Lisette, it's good to see you. Mwah. Hello, I'm so glad you're here. And let's go ahead and dig in and get started because, hopefully you're ready for just a teeny bit of salt, baby. Maybe tiny bit of salt. And here's the thing. Remember that this is all just my personal opinion. And I'm the girl wearing, charo hair and green earrings. So what do I know? But I do love following fashion. I love following red carpets. I just soak it up, and there's so much information. There is in my opinion, there's no such thing as a fashion expert once Anna Wintour dies. So she's a national treasure. But I really don't think, honestly, anybody's really a fashion expert all the time because fashion is an evolving thing. It's a melting pot. It's evolving. So I am so glad to share a little bit of time with you tonight about that. And let's go ahead and get started after we say hello to Farts Hat Jack. Cupcake, why are you salty? Well, sometimes we get salty. Sometimes we are sweet. Birdie Marie, hello, gorgeous. Mwah. I love your profile picture so much. You're a creative genius. Hi, Glamour. I have you on in the background while I work. Just wanted to say hi, and I'm happy to see you on YouTube again. I am happy to be here. And thank you so much, Birdie. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get started with the Golden Globes. This is how I'm going to do it because I'm not really great I'm not really great with slideshows, so we're just going to pull up the pictures as we start. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So this is where we're starting. We're starting with Margot Robbie and Chanel, and here's why. Because, oh my God, Chanel, I love their glasses. I'm a fan. What the hell are they doing to her? Why do they keep doing this? If you wanted to make one of the most beautiful women on the planet invisible, this is how you do it. Oh my God. The problem is this, okay? They put her in this dress that makes her look shorter. You don't shorten an already somewhat short person. Don't do that. the way that they've got the angle coming from the neck, and I understand it's architectural, and I understand the reference that Chanel is doing. It's kind of a callback to the 1930s industrial Russian fashion, right? So they had a lot of chevron, a lot of architectural details. It was very, it was very geometric. So I get where they're coming from. I do get the callback. They had this on a runway and they had it in black, and it was much, much better in black. You do not put this light of pink on a person that is that pale. And I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what they were thinking, but I was really, I was really, really unhappy to see that. Here's the thing. And Margot Robbie, if you're listening, which I'm quite sure she's not listening to me, but if Margot Robbie's stylist pays any attention whatsoever, could you please put her back in Bottega Veneta? Because every single time that she wears Chanel on a red carpet, they've picked the palest color and wash her out. And you can't take a pale person and wash them out every time. Oh my God, there's Kristen with the rural squirrel. Hello, gorgeous. We're just talking about Margot Robbie at the Golden Globe Awards. Now let's take a look at, let's see, Anna Taylor-Joy. There we go. Give me just a second. I'm going to pull up Anna Taylor-Joy. And you will see what I am talking about. Sorry, it's taking me a second. Like I said, I'm kind of old school on this stuff. There we go. Okay. Let me do my share screen. Anya Taylor-Joy. Okay, here's another one. Here's an example of what I'm talking about with Anya Taylor-Joy. First of all, she has got, basically they turned her into a stick of butter. Why would you turn her into a stick of butter? Again, one of the most beautiful women. Look how tall she is. Look how thin she is. Look how, model perfect and young and pretty and pale. And they put the grossest color yellow on her. If they had put that yellow on Lupita Nyong'o, you guys know what I mean. If they had put that on a woman with like beautiful dark skin, that would be an outstanding dress. But it's not. They turned her into it. I can't believe it's not butter, Anya. And her stylist did that to her and then let her walk out. Does anybody see what I'm talking about? It's boring. And this is Dior, by the way, that she's wearing. It's boring. And I don't know why it's got prom dress vibes. It's a boring cut. It's a boring style. And it is the worst color in the world that they could do for her. Why would they do that? By the way, hello, Patrick Murphy. I began with Fernando. You missed it. Dan the Dumb. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, beautiful. I'm so glad you popped by. It's good to see you. You about to get some salt, honey. Better be prepared. But yeah, this is fully salted butter, and I am not having it. I cannot believe that it is not butter. Now let's move on to something that I actually kind of love. Let's see. I have it pulled up. There it is. Okay. I'm going to pull up one of my very favorite looks from the red carpet. Is this who I think it is? Yes. Yes. This is Billy Porter. And I realize that Billy Porter has done this before. I do know that. But Christian Siriano and Billy Porter put their heads together and came up with the beautiful velvet red carpet, still sort of riding that midline between genders. So they're sort of doing that gender bending thing still. I live for this look on Billy Porter. Now it's really hard to see because my screen's a little bit on the small side. But if you notice, the shoulders are almost pointed. They're so far out. So it's an exaggeration on it. I love how crazy it is because it's an exaggeration. It's an exaggerated shoulder point, which they used to use for a masculine version, a feminine version of a masculine thing. So in the 1940s, when think like the Andrews sisters, right? And they would have the big, massive shoulder pads, and they would be almost over exaggerated. Or think of the 80s. Oscar de la Renta did this to death on every runway. And so it's playing with gender bending, and it's kind of a Victoria thing where it's a man pretending to be a woman, pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman. I mean, it just goes on and on. And it's not that he's pretending to be a woman or anything like that, but you get the idea. There's like the feminine, the masculine, and then the feminine again, which was originally made to look masculine on a feminine body, and now it's on a masculine body. I love it. Long story short, I love it. I love this color. I think that he did well. I think that Christian Siriano, and I kind of love Christian Siriano because he's one of the few designers that actually he's one of the few designers that actually will design for unusual body types, and it's very difficult. Leslie Jordan from Saturday Night Live. And she is a very, very tall woman, very statuesque. She had the worst trouble trying to find somebody to design her a dress for the red carpet. Nobody wanted her. She checked with all the haute couture houses. Nobody wanted her. They didn't want to design that, I guess, tall a dress or whatever. Christian Siriano stepped up and said, "Hey, Leslie Jordan, come over to my atelier. We will get in this workroom and we will design you all sorts of things." And to this day, she swears by him, and she looks fantastic on red carpets. And it just goes to show that, it pays to be size inclusive. I mean, she's got money to spend, and he's getting the money, and he's getting the great advertising. So good for you, Christian Siriano. I don't always love his runway shows. I think they're frankly a little derivative. But in this particular instance, and when it comes to dressing, different bodies, I really, really love that. Let's take a look at another thing that I love. Jenna Ortega in Gucci. She is a Gucci goddess. And I am so here for it. And it's really nice to see Jenna Ortega in something that is not, here, let's freeze that. Okay. It's really nice to see Jenna Ortega in something that is not Wednesday Addams. She had a show that she had to sell, right? She had to put the word out. She showed up at all the different talk shows as Wednesday Addams on a couple of the red carpets. I'm so glad that they broke out of the shell. And I don't know if you can see this from here. They gave her like this beautiful bronze color that just works so well with her hair color and her skin color. But they also did Gucci got really super smart, and they did a lot of draping, and they did a lot of pleats, and then they did the connecting, what did I call it? It's kind of a rose gold connecting rings. And it's very Alexander McKay. It kind of harkens back to some of his very, very best designs to walk down the runway. So I was really pleased to see Jenna Ortega in this particular outfit, just because it was really unexpected, and it wasn't what we were looking for. So we all thought she was going to show up in the Wednesday stuff. That's kind of what she gave us before. So I'm glad to see her breaking out of that, because you don't want to end up being typecast and be styled that way, 40 years from now. Letitia Wright also. Let's take a look at Letitia Wright. Let's see. There she is. God, she is gorgeous. Let's see. There we go. Okay, here is Letitia Wright. Look at this dress. And I'm going to have to scroll down. She's a tall girl, and she is wearing Prada. And Prada did exactly right. They took this silk, and they left it crinkled. They left it sort of natural looking. And Letitia Wright doesn't take a lot of extra foof to be very feminine and very, very, beautiful. She's already built like a model, like a supermodel. So she's got this orange that is just it changes colors. It's an orange, it's a burnt orange, it's a light orange. And then against this white, there is nothing I love to see more than orange against white. And it's just a beautiful color. It's beautiful on her. And I think that they really, really did the most. I mean, they have, the one slit up the leg. This is what I call really good style. Whenever you can take something that is a very simple design and you do it incredibly well and the execution is perfection. That is fashion. That is style. And that is always what I look for. I love to see those. So I am going to take down some of these photos, and we're going to talk a little bit about Michelle Williams that night. I don't have a photo of her, but she was wearing Gucci, and she had the same problem that Margot Robbie had, that Anna Taylor-Joy had. People, you have to be careful. Well, I don't know why they've got, I can understand pale people. I can understand pale people wanting to wear, pale colors. It's spring, but you have to be careful when you put a pale blonde person in something that is, it has to fit perfectly. It has to be styled perfectly. You cannot put somebody who is naturally pale on a red carpet in a washed out color and expect them not to be washed out. I hate to say it, but I don't like the silk orange and white dress. It looks like a close-up of a plate of spaghetti more than clothing. I love it, but that's just a personal opinion. And Kristen, thank you for being honest with us. And also, it makes me kind of now want spaghetti. So there is that. Now I do have the spring haute couture shows, spring 2023 haute couture shows, and they had some in New York, they had some in Paris, and we're going to talk a little bit about these because some of the most Schiaparelli, they might as well call them Scandarelli. So let's see. I'm going to pull up this, and y'all will know exactly what I'm talking about when I pull it up. Okay, let's share this screen. Oh, that's done. Okay. Y'all know who this is. This is Doja Cat. And this was Schiaparelli. Schiaparelli's, she was on the steps for the opening of the Schiaparelli's haute couture week. And this was her full look. I'm going to scroll down. So she has the red boots with the toes showing through. She has the skirt with all of the little red bubbles. Very plain sort of corset situation in the middle without visible boning. And then, of course, her skin was decorated in, I think they said 30,000, 30,000 crystals, full red body paint, 30,000 crystals, and with the red crystal earrings. Here are my thoughts on this. Here are my thoughts on this. Okay. On the one hand, you look like a disease. You do. She looks like what you picture, like the very worst case of something called pox ever has happened, right? It's disturbing. It's off-putting. It is it is absolutely or her earrings, T-bone steaks. It is off-putting. It's disturbing. It's viscerally. There's a reaction to it that doesn't make it bad fashion necessarily, and here's why. Because as as a piece of art, it should move you in some way, and a piece of art does not always move us towards beauty. It can be disturbing. And I kind of love that she went there, and I kind of love that she is absolutely fearless on a red carpet. Schiaparelli, one of their head designer, Daniel Roseberry, had a vision of doing a collection around the Dante's Inferno, and the seventh circle of hell, which I've talked about before as being, certain garage sales and stuff. And the seventh circle of hell is actually supposed to be a river of blood. So it's supposed to be boiling blood. And that is what they asked her, sort of to represent on the red carpet. So that being said, I have mad respect for Schiaparelli. I really love Schiaparelli designs in general. They always think outside the box. They have been fashion forward since the moment that Elsa Schiaparelli started. Literally fashion forward since the moment, and that was back when she was head to head with a very young Coco Chanel, in the early 30s and late 20s. So we can look at it as a piece of art and appreciate it. As a piece of fashion, it is grotesque and scary to me. It's honestly, I mean, that's frightening. And so would I wear it? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You couldn't make me wear that. I don't care what you paid me. You couldn't make me wear something like that. But I do admire the fact that Doja Cat's not afraid to take a chance on a red carpet. And at least, if nothing else, at least she's not boring me to death. And sometimes on red carpets, people do that. Let's take a look too at one of the most. This one's kind of an infamous photo right now. Let's see if I can get a really, really good version of this. Here we go. Well, okay. So this is from the Vogue website. Oh, come on. Ugh. Okay, hold on. I apologize for this. Sometimes I get it wrong, guys. Hey, Raquel, how you doing? From the Fifth Element movie. That's hilarious. Okay, I'm going to pull up this one instead in Vanity Fair. The Wall Street Journal. Okay, there we go. Okay. So basically, this is what happened. What happened was, Kylie Jenner shows up at, again, Schiaparelli is, they don't just create clothing, they do create art. And that is why they stay on the cutting edge of designs. But there's also something to be said for, full disclosure. There was a lot of uproar around this picture the day after the red carpet review. If you look closely at this lion, If you look closely at this lion's head, it looks like somebody just went out, killed a lion, and plopped it on her dress. Schiaparelli actually had a lot of uh, they had lion heads, they had tiger heads, they had bear. They had a beautiful coat on their runway that was a black coat with like strings on it, and then it had like a bear's head on the shoulder. All of that is actually created from non-animal materials. So none of that is an actual animal. No animals were harmed in the making of those. PETA, I don't know, you know, the hippie people who love animals. PETA, PETA actually what gave it the old okay and the thumbs up. Hey, Swampy, how you doing? And they gave the okay for that. So Kylie Jenner, again, the thing is that if it were anybody else wearing that on a red carpet, we'd be like, oh, it's probably not a real lion. You know, Kylie Jenner, because of the Pepsi commercial and some other things, we don't 100% trust her. We don't 100% trust her, you know, her judgment. So it actually could have been a lion. So I can understand where the outrage came from. But ultimately it was just really, you know, just sort of a thing that Schiaparelli did to sort of, you know, bring out that shock and awe, which they're very good at. Let's see. The craftsmanship on the lion head is impressive, but aside from that, it's just a little black dress. It really is. And Jen said it's way too life size. Yeah, that's the thing. They really did that on purpose. They fooled everybody on purpose. There were I did Rosamund Pike. I have to pull this one up now. Oh. Let's see. Oh, I thought I had a picture of her in the Haute Couture Dior show. Hold on. There we go. Okay, there's a good picture of her. Okay. This is Rosamund Pike in Dior. This is why I love Dior. This is exactly why. Because honestly, all they always they have great taste. They have exquisite tailoring. They pay attention to those details. Now Dior doesn't always get it right on the red carpet. They don't. But in this particular instance, absolutely, they did such a fantastic job. I wish we had seen more celebrity photos of people wearing Dior on the red carpet during Haute Couture Week, and I really think that she just knocked it out of the park. Dior, way to effing go, because if you had seen their runway show, you would have seen just one of the most tasteful runway shows. And if you Google it, you can Google Dior Haute Couture 2023 fashion review runway show. It is amazing. It's a thing of beauty. It's all tasteful. It's mostly, you know, it's mostly black stuff and tweed. And the thing is that black has been done to death. So if you're going to do the black, if you're going to do the black clothing, you have got to nail the design. You have got to nail the tailoring. It cannot be perfect. It can't be imperfect. You can't have a stitch out of place. And that is where Dior over and over again historically has always come through. They have always come through. They nail it every single time. They know what they're doing. Let's take a look at this one. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, sorry. X. Oh, Tour. Okay. This is what I'm talking about right here. Oh boy. Okay. Guys, sorry this is a little slow going. I'm going to get better at this, I swear, but I just wanted you to see the pictures as I'm seeing them so you can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is Charlie XCX. I'm not sure if they call her by a different name. All I know is that she was in Mugler. She was outside of the Mugler Haute Couture fashion show, and she was wearing Mugler. Now, here is what I have an issue with. You see that there's a bodysuit, and then hopefully you can actually see that there's a bodysuit, and there's like a little, there's like the skin right there. That's not her arm. That's her arm. That's the skin. I am sick to death of seeing people in bodysuits. I've seen it. I don't care if you're, I don't care if you're showing some skin. I don't care if you're being body positive. I don't care. You look ridiculous. It's time. Get out of the bodysuits. Beyonce did it first and everybody else followed. Okay, technically, Edie Sedgwick actually kind of did it. Edie Sedgwick and Twiggy kind of did it first, but you get the idea that like the bodysuit thing, everybody's like, I mean, Mariah Carey on stage, Beyonce, Doja Cat, God, every single person who walks the red carpet has been in a bodysuit. We don't care anymore. It's not that it's not that you're too scandalous for us. It's not scandalous at all anymore. I'm sick to death of a bodysuit. Give them back to the gymnasts who give a crap. I'm sorry, but that bodysuit thing is so done to death. And, and I appreciate the fact that she's at a Mugler show. I do appreciate the fact that, she's got those leather pants and I think they're cool. I do think that she's got generally a cool vibe. I just hate it. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. So that is where I really, the haute couture just fell down for me. Oh, Fendi. Oh God. Yep. Hold on. Fendi. One good, two bad. Okay. Now, here is Fendi doing the right thing. Oh, crap. So here is Fendi doing the right thing. This is Kerry Washington. She is in a mint green sweater, and it's kind of a stretch velvet. It looks like to me like a stretch velvet skirt. Could be silk. It's hard to tell from this angle. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think that's stretch velvet. And she's got the little handbag. She's perfectly styled. She's got the cute little tights and the pointy-tailed pumps, and it is absolutely charming. I am charmed half to death by this. I think she's so cute. So Kerry Washington, they did it right. They did you right. Now here is where it gets a little bit funky. Let's take a look at, oh, here we go. Ugh. Where'd it go? Give me just a second. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. I know this is taking forever, but it's worth it. There we go. Okay. So this is what Fendi did to Courtney Love. Why do I hate this? I'll tell you why. Take a look at that. That is so, these boots are so gross. I do love the skirt. I hate the normal tights, and I really, really hate this blouse. This blouse with the open slits on the side, hate it. Fendi, why would you do that to Courtney Love? She's such a rock star. Why would you do that to her? And frankly, I mean, Courtney Love is always, yeah, there's always like a question of taste when it comes to her. There's never like a really, you know, she's never like really, really super, she's never really super stylish, but I feel like they just kind of let her down. Yeah, I don't hate the blouse, but the boots got to go. See, I kind of hate the blouse. I really do. And you're right. That is a very gorgeous color on her. I love that color on her. I think they did right. I think that that's what was missing from, like, you know, Margot Robbie and Anya Taylor-Joy on those red carpets. That feels very Y2K music video a la S Club 7. It does. And yeah, it's kind of a what the heck moment. It just doesn't, God, I hate it. And I'm like, so, you know, the thing is that you never know who you're dealing with. Now, I think what we are going to do, since it's 7:40 p.m. already, we are going to go ahead and do a quick giveaway, and then I will round things up with the Brit Awards, and we're going to do another fashion review. The next one I do is going to be it's going to be either a midnight or a very, very early in the morning show. And we're going to do that so that our Brits from across the pond can chime in. So I'm going to let me go ahead and leave the Brit Awards for now. And I will talk about the Grammys. But before we get to the Grammys, I have a giveaway, and that would be a $25 Visa gift card. So I would like for you to put in the chat, if you remember, or if you're very fast at looking things up, the very first person to put in the chat the first name of the founder of the House of Schiaparelli. I'll give you a hint. The last name Schiaparelli. But the first person to put into the chat the founder of the head of the House of Schiaparelli, I need her first name. And that is going to be the winner. Oh, Ronnie says, woohoo. Schiaparelli. No, and it's not spelled like that, but yeah, that's funny. That's funny. It's not Schiaparelli. That'd be really funny, though. I actually knew a guy named, yes, Elsa Schiaparelli. All right, my friend Kristen gets it. Yes, Elsa Schiaparelli. That's right. So Kristen got it first. Aisha Dancer, and let me write this down. Dancer, and you get a $25 Visa gift card. Congratulations, Kristen. You did a great job. And then let's go ahead and round things up with the Grammys today. Like I said, we'll come back and we'll do some more because the BAFTA Awards, which are also in Great Britain. So we have the BAFTA Awards, we have the Brit Awards, and I think there was another American award show, and I don't remember what that was. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these, and let me go ahead and pull them up. Y'all stand up and take a good long stretch before you. Okay. Okay. We are going to start. I'm going to start with a goddess for the Grammys. Let's go ahead and share the screen. And if you don't know, Veronica Mitka, and that's Veronica with a K, has a Relist and Relax. The link is in the chat. So at 8:30 tonight Central, 9:30 tonight Eastern, just come and hang out. You don't have to list. You don't have to do anything. You can just hang out with other resellers, and other people who work from home. You don't even have to be a reseller. You can just hang out. And yes, it is Lizzo because she is a goddess. And this is where we start. Okay, so this is Lizzo. Oop, let's see. There we go. Okay, so this is Lizzo. That is the top of her dress. And that was Dolce & Gabbana. Now, it's a little problematic for me, and here's why. I love Lizzo. Every single red carpet that she has been on in the past year, she has served face, served body, served fashion. Honey, she is slaying on a red carpet. She is letting the world know that you do not have to be a size 0 in order to slay a red carpet, in order to absolutely kill a red carpet bloody. I love me some Lizzo. Never, ever a question about that. Here's my problem with it. Dolce & Gabbana is problematic for me. They actually have kind of a history of homophobia and racism. And so for that reason, I have a problem with Dolce dressing my goddess, my Lizzo, my one true love. Now, a lot of these stylists will ignore things like that or just not think about things. And if you think that these stars, pick out their own fashion, typically it is a stylist who leads them in that direction. So I blame her stylist for not giving her more information. I also blame Dolce for giving her way too many. See how there's like a little naked spot in the middle of the flowers, like up above her hand? They should have had more flowers. That being said, look at her face. It is absolutely snatched. It is beautiful. Hi, Cops. How you doing? Hi, Ella. It's good to see you. So Lizzo is absolutely snatched. The problem is once you take off this, flower robe, it's really kind of a boring look. And that's not that's not me going off on Lizzo again. That's not Lizzo's fault. But here in this picture where it's got 4 people, take a look at this. Well, crap. Okay, take a look at the full dress. Underneath this fabulous cape, okay, which is missing a few roses and could use some more roses, but underneath this fabulous cape is a prom dress. It's crappy. The skirt is long, wrinkled, stupid. Her boobs are snatched. She looks fantastic about the chest, but they really are boring the crap out of me, and I hate being bored. I would rather be horrified than bored by any piece of fashion. I am so sorry, and again, it's because my expectations for Lizzo, who is always snatched, who is always perfection on a red carpet, who always serves a look. It's because I have such high expectations that was a little disappointing for me. It was. Now she looks beautiful in orange. She looks beautiful. I have yet to see a color that she does not look gorgeous in. So brava to Lizzo. I love you. I hate it so much. Okay, there is a lady named Anita, and we're going to take a look at the vintage Versace. And I know that her look is here somewhere because it was an incredible look. Okay. Apparently I'm going to have to. There we go. Okay. It's Anita with two T's. And what she is serving is vintage Versace. This was from a Versace runway show. This was from a Versace runway show in 2002. Look at the pleats on the bottom of this gown. Just the pleats alone. It almost makes me want cake. They look like a decorated cake. That is the most gorgeous pleating I have ever seen. I cannot get enough of it. I could swim in those pleats. They're fantastic. The gown itself is fitted. It's beautiful. It fits her beautifully. She's got the sleek hair. She doesn't need too much makeup or jewelry, and she sure is serving this look. I love, 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 love this dress. I could not love this more. It is so tasteful. It is so good. It is so delicious and everything that I want from fashion. Everything that I want from fashion is in that dress. If you are going to do that, do vintage Versace, honey. Versace was a kind of a miracle worker back in the day. I think they've gotten a little lazy, and they depend on their name too much. And that's from somebody who owns also those sunglasses. I love Versace as a designer, but it's like many of them. I miss some of the older designers. Now there is let's talk just for a second about this lady. Oh boy, here we go. I don't even want to show you guys this because it's so it goes against everything that I would even call fashion. And here it is. This is Baby Rexa. And she's wearing I don't remember. Let me see. I wrote that down. She's Moschino. Okay. So she is wearing Moschino. If Barbie were a stripper, this is what she would wear. Baby is tends to be problematic on a red carpet to begin with. And this is just absolutely sucking the life out of my body. It is so brutally tacky and awful. I know that some people are going to agree with me. And I know that there are some people who are like, "Oh, it's pretty." God. It's so god awful. And this woman has oh, look, commercial for Cabela's on top of a Grammy because that makes sense. This woman has a beautiful feminine shape. She has boobs, she has butt, she has a beautiful face. And this dress is awful. It's god awful. That's a prom dress for a stripper. She looks like she's accepting a porn award. I am so like, I hate that dress so much. I hate that dress so much. I am so sorry. And to Moschino again, I have some snatched Moschino stuff. I have Moschino stuff in my Poshmark closet and in my own closet. It's just, what in the hell were you thinking? You made her look so much. I just don't like a cheap look. And to me, and this is my personal assault, to me, that looks cheap. She looks like a stripper. She looks like a hooker or sex worker, I think is what we say now. And not in a good way. So I was really disappointed with that because Moschino has, I actually watched their last year's, their spring show was knock me on my booty. It was so fantastic. They are artistic. They have fantastic clothing. They have fantastic runways. I was shocked, really, really shocked to see this. It blew me away and I was not happy about it. I was like, oh God, what the hell did you do? Now for a good time, call Beyonce. And so let's take a look at Beyonce, she had a red carpet look, and then she also had a what do you call it, another look. Okay, so here is Beyonce in Gucci on the red carpet. I think this one was the Gucci one. Is this the Gucci one? Yeah. Okay, so this is the Gucci look for Beyonce on the red carpet. Oh, let me share that screen real quick. Sorry. This is Beyonce on the red carpet with Gucci. Keep in mind that we're talking about Beyonce. Again, we're talking about one of the most beautiful women on the planet. There is not a thing wrong with Beyonce except that dress where she looks like a baked potato. I want to put butter and sour cream and chives on her and maybe some bacon bits. I hate this dress, Gucci. What in the world were you thinking? And here's the thing, it's boring. It's been done. It's been done to death. Yeah, look, it's so riveting. Somebody actually put a corset on Beyonce. How refreshing, how groundbreaking. You know, I mean, it's just stupid. They made her look like a baked potato. I was not a fan. This look I didn't really talk about. Here we go. This is the look. This is the look. This is Beyonce in Balmain. And y'all, hello. This is a Grammy winner right there. She is snatched, honey. They've got the rose gold underneath, and they do have her figure because you cannot dress Beyonce without dressing that beautiful, beautiful feminine figure. And you know, giving it everything you've got. But this is what you do for Beyonce. Honey, she is Queen Bey. They put a giant gold hat on her. They put some little glasses on her. They've got her long pink leggings that match. And all of this is like a velveteen material, sort of a velvety material, except for the metal portion, which is of course inside and metallic, I should say, not actual metal, although, you know, she Queen Bee, she could have been metal. This is probably one of Balmain's finest moments. Now, I'm not real fond, if you look at the bottom of the dress, I'm not super duper fond of the bottom of the dress, the way it falls at the very bottom. But otherwise, I mean, she's got the shoes are snatched. And if you got a close-up look on those, you would see that they're kind of a geometric pattern in the back. But the fact that they just took it to that nth degree, because they had, you know, Beyonce. If you get Beyonce, it's just like some of the other ladies. If you get Beyonce, if you get a Lizzo, if you get how dare you not to snatch that? How dare you not to make them look absolutely fantastic? And so Balmain, great job. Gucci, suck it. That was awful. I hated that dress from Gucci, but you know, but of course, Queen Bee shows up. Queen Bee shows up, honey. She will show up on a red carpet. I just hated that silver baked potato dress so badly. It did not fit right. It didn't. I hate when I see puckers where puckers don't belong unless they look like they're very deliberately supposed to be there. I don't like it when I see something that is ill-fitting on somebody who can actually wear bodycon and wear it well and does it a lot. That really, really will bother me. I think I'm going to go ahead and round this up because we'll get to Harry Styles. We'll get to Harry Styles when we head across the pond probably next week, right about this time, maybe a little earlier. But let's take a look at Cardi B. And let's hope she's not a baked potato either. No, I'm joking. I could not. Lord, give me this. One of the very best Grammy looks I have ever seen. This is Cardi B. Here, let's freeze that ad so it's not distracting. This is Cardi B. And she is in, hold on, she's in Gaurav Gupta. And this, honey, is how you, this is how you do a hat, okay? She's got this architectural flow, right? And it almost looks like this came out of a 3D printer. It's almost kind of an ocean wave sort of situation. It's got the cutouts. It's fantastic on. I mean, her décolletage just looks amazing. Her face looks amazing. I love this so much. It's such a classic beauty and a piece of art, and a very, very well sculpted dress all at once. They really, really went out of their way to make her just so stunningly beautiful in this dress. I just can't get over how good it is. And it's very evocative of kind of a breakfast at Tiffany's look, really. If you look at the hat, and if you look at, like, you know, the exaggerated collars, I get sort of a vibe, sort of a breakfast at Tiffany's, Audrey Hepburn visiting jail, and that gorgeous big hat vibe. I really, really love this so much. And I realized that this, that over on the, if you're looking at it, it's on my right, your left, or maybe her left hand. I realize that the left side hip is a little bit on the exaggerated side. It's supposed to be. It's architectural, but in general, this fits her like a glove. They really went out of their way to make sure that it is so fashionable, so beautiful. They really. I was so happy to see this. And Gaurav Gupta is kind of known for this. He is one of the newer designers that is coming out of India. So he's an Indian designer. He's got a lot of architectural elements in his designs. So definitely somebody to keep an eye on, because if he can do this, and it's not that Cardi B is hard to work with. Again, she's another one that's got to be easy to dress. In bodycon, she looks great in everything. Although I wish she and the other girls would really quit wearing the bodysuits, because it's so done to death. It's so boring and banal, and just, you know, what a snooze fest. Oh, look, someone's in a bodysuit. Oh, big freaking deal. This, on the other hand, is the deal of a century. This is just absolutely beautiful. I think they did a fantastic job. So that rounds it up for me for tonight. We'll come back to Harry Styles, because I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and compare him and Sam Smith, because Sam Smith was at the Grammys too with Kim Petras, and so I'd like to talk about them, and I'd like to talk about them comparing their looks from the Grammys to the Brit Awards. I think we'll talk about that next time, because I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say on that. Imagine that. And I can just close with this. Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift. She's an international superstar. She either looks absolutely gorgeous or she's a little boring on a red carpet. It doesn't matter. She's still Taylor Swift. At the Grammys, not impressed. She was kind of boring. I didn't even post her picture up, because it was just it was like, oh, look, there's Taylor in a dress. It wasn't that, it wasn't a special moment, which is weird, because she does have a lot of special moments. Hi, Mom. Hi. It's okay. You can rewatch it later. There's lots of salt. I would definitely bring your own chips, and do not put salt on them, because, honey, I got extra. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed tonight. And again, the next time that we broadcast another fashion show, a red carpet review, we're going to go over across the pond. We're going to talk about the Brit Awards. There's a lot to be said about that. And we're going to be talking also about the BAFTA Awards. And then we'll be talking about a couple of the British entertainers and actors and singers and things that were on some red carpets in the US, and how they compare with how how their appearances in the US compare with their appearances on British soil. Is there a difference? Do we notice a difference? So, and I realized that a girl with big, long, dangly earrings and charo hair probably has no right to tell anybody who to dress, how to dress. But, you know, to be fair, I don't stand on a red carpet and get my picture taken for a living either. So, you know, those who can't do teach, right? But we will hopefully see you Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Glammaz Closet. We're going to have a lot of fun. And if you missed any part of this, or if you want to revisit any part, or if you have any insights for me, or if you notice anything on a red carpet and you want to reach out to me and go, Dana, did you see this? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I would love to have your input on that. Don't forget to please hit like and subscribe if you don't already. That like button really helps my algorithm, and that will bring you more fashion shows, I promise. We're going to have, hi, Dee Dee. Oh my God, I didn't know you were watching. So we're going to have a giveaway. Every time I do a red carpet review, we're going to have a giveaway. Tonight was a Visa $25 gift card, and Aisha Dancer won that. Next time, I am going to have a handbag giveaway, and it's going to be a good one. So I hope you're watching, and I hope you have a wonderful night, no matter where you are, no matter what you're wearing, no matter who you prefer on the red carpet, or if you just prefer to stay at home. Never forget. Don't you ever forget. Glamour loves you. Y'all have a good night. Bye.